Welcome to another episode and video on my Arduino MegaADK. Originally intended to connect with an Android device through this connector. However, it is only suitable for Android newer than 4.2, and that is exactly where my Android device is, so I can't use it. What I can use is the rest of the board, because that is the same as the 2560, and I am trying to control some mechatronics. Here was chain and here was a propeller. Here is a photoresistor which is connected to this LED, which dims when it is shielded, and it is very little dim, but it does work. Then also a flashlight right here, replacing a lens lamp, because that lens lamp had a minimum, well, let's say minimum voltage for good operation, and that was 9 volts, and 5 volts made it just gleam a bit, and this flashlight gives a nice shine. So if I put it on the lens lamp, on the phototransistor, then it works, as long as the batteries don't give in. So I'll shut it off. So last time I reconnected the motor after a change of wiring, and to my surprise it just started running. Now, a running motor is desired. The question is just when does it run? Not on when does it run controllably. So I have put that in code, and as you can see, it doesn't really run, except when I hit it. So that's a point that I have to improve. The rest is more or less working with more or less. Okay, let's check on this one, because this is the button for the RC circuit, and in the past I already found out that there is, for some reason, a continuous voltage over it, which is impossible, because it is a button is either 1 or 0. So without so when 0 not pressed, it should be absolutely flatlined, and that it isn't. So let's see if this is doing anything. Yep. So last time it was just continuing to when I pressed, continuing to burn, but okay, that's it. Then here, this is still not programmed yet, and this is not programmed either. These are remains from the old project. Anyway, let's go to screencast with code and more camera views, so I can see whatever I can solve. Right, so different camera, and this is circuit, as you can see. Once again, here the mechatronics with a photoresistor and a flashlight and the other motor. And this is the mystery. Why doesn't it run? Well, one help may be that I start a serial monitor. Ah, okay, that clarifies something. What does it clarify? The point that it runs after starting the serial monitor. During all my experiments with Arduino, I have learned that starting the monitor resets the serial line. After all, the connection, let me show that. So this connection is USB, which stands for Universal Serial Bus. In other words, it is a serial connection. And in this case, what happens when you open the serial terminal? It gets reset and things start to run. Now, this is something I don't like either. So I do need to do what? This is print line, print line, all print lines. Oh. This is print line, etc., etc. Ah, okay. Here should be a print line. And here should be a print line. So I will have to upload. Makes it a bit nicer. That's good. And there it goes again. So you see when things do happen. But when does it happen actually? It happens for a short moment. That is for sure. And now the question is, I have here a probe which is supposed to show this line for the motor, but it is constantly high, so that will not be it. Let me reassign this probe actually to the motor, and then I have to be careful because one line comes straight from the power line and one comes from the pulses modulation, which is the green one, and to make sure this is the green one, so let me hook it up right here. And that gives a full voltage, so that should mean, yeah, that means that the signal that I got, and looking at these wires, it is indeed exactly the same signal, so I don't need to do this one. I just need to hook it up once again over here. That is the signal. Now the point is, okay, let me restart the serial monitor. Yep. Okay. And let me now restart it with watching this specific line. Oh, I can do it with Ctrl-Shift-M, but yep. Oh, look at that. So, okay, Ctrl-Shift. Interesting. the motor lowers the signal, and it is already running, so it doesn't do anything. Do I need to clear the output? No, that doesn't do anything. Okay, so it puts something to the motor. Motor direct, yeah. This is from A7 and this is the same output as with the chain, but which is which? Okay, let me do it differently. I put this one for 3 seconds. No, let me do it 4 seconds. This will hold the entire system to 4 seconds, but it lets the motor run. So if it runs for 4 seconds, I will know that this is the one that does it. If it runs for 1 second, at least I hope this theory works out. Which it obviously does not. Okay. 1, 2, that's not 4 seconds. Okay, so I am bringing this back to 1 and this to 4. What will happen this time? The same thing. There's no difference. There's absolutely no difference. So there goes my theory. So how can I be sure which one does what? That's a good point. Right, the best way to do this is to spread the motor running. So this is going to be this specific motor, A7, so I need to have all this removed and put somewhere here, or perhaps more appropriate, somewhere completely in a different place. So this will be command run motor with propeller. That's the good one. Oh, here's already one. Wait, this one goes here then, and here I have that specific run. And then better to say and run motor with propeller to keep things in line. So then we have here run motor with propeller via mapping. Oh, that's a better idea to do it like that. And then copy and paste and make this end. run. Alright, so propeller directly. Okay, now let's see whatever happens, if there's a change, that is. So go, and of course I need to see the monitor. Mapping. Oh, nice. Oh, how nice. So the second run doesn't do a thing. First run, 1, 2, 3, whatever, okay. And now the second run via mapping. Not a thing. Oh, this is okay. First, and now directly, please. Oh, via mapping. Oh, so it only does do it directly then. And next it doesn't do a thing. That is not what I envision. This doesn't do a thing, once again. And then and to make things clear, so half a second, so this is half a second delay, this is half a second delay, this is 1 second delay, another 1 second delay. So what is the delay then? The motor needs to start and keep running for a while. Then a delay of 1 second doesn't make sense. So let's make 10 seconds. And let's make this one, for all I care, 15 seconds. I will hold up the whole thing, but at least it will do something. On the other hand, how do I know it is counting down or counting up? Then a for loop would be nice, but in the past, if you've watched those episodes with where I use my tablet, my Android tablet, and I wondered why it didn't run, I tried to use it with a for loop, and the for loop didn't make any sense at all. So, and oh, by the way, that was in JavaScript and not in C. Anyway, I'm going to try this and see whatever happens. Alright. Oh, this makes a difference. That made a huge difference. But again, via mapping, it doesn't do a thing. Because now direct, it doesn't do a thing. it just starts. And then for 10 seconds it goes on. Now it comes to mapping and it doesn't do a thing. So the first thing that happens after restarting the monitor, it does. Oops. Alright, one other thing. Now you see that I am using a terminal, actually minicom terminal, and there actually exactly happened what happened before in the Arduino serial terminal. So I disconnect here. Let's properly disconnect. Go. And there you have it. So that's this is a point what I didn't okay, it is again on a wrong baud rate, so I will change the baud rate, and now I will see everything I think. And direct is first and mapping is second, but it doesn't do a thing anymore. So after reset it restarts the loop. So let's try to count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, that's more than 10, but less than 15. So I will assume that is, although I don't have a chronometer, but that's not the problem. I will assume that is the direct way. And once again, change the speed. That is if it takes it. Oh, it did. Now I get it. So the point is it only works after a reset and then once. So that means that for some reason, okay, let me put this away. So why does this mechatronics, and I'm talking about this one, why is this still working? Why does that keep working? And this is, okay, wait. Wait a second. Analog write 12. Now I would need to be certain. This one goes to 12 indeed. Yeah. This is a motor with chain. So if I want to have the other motor run, and that was a mistake. Alright. So let's run again. But I have to cancel this one first, otherwise I can't connect. go. And that will, without any doubt. Okay, let's use the 0 terminal again. Oh, really? I clearly heard, as you have heard, this motor run again. Oh, and another thing, by the way, I have to point out, this one runs a lot slower than this one, although they have been set up with the same speed. However, this one runs directly for the propeller. This one, however, and let me try to get that clearly in view. This one has a gearbox. The worm gear that extends from this motor drives a complete gearbox, and if you use it that way, it slows down immensely. So the motor runs equally as fast, but the gearbox slows the whole mechanism down. Okay, back to this motor, and let's see for as you can see, this is properly responding. Now I'm shutting it off again. Very good. And let's close this. Start. So the question is, why is that motor running only then, and why does this keep running? And this is running the direct way, not with the mapping. So that's a very good point. Once again, this one. No. Configure. Setup. Wrong baud rate. Now to the correct one. Wait for the output. Yes. And now, what does it do? Can I help it? I can't. Well, I am helping it, but it's not responding at all. Oh, because this one is working. Hey, oh, that's a new one. That is a new one to me. So, despite this opening, I can open this one, and then this one stops. Let's see if that is true. Leave. What happens here? You've pressed send, but okay, whatever. Now this works again. What happens here? Right. Now. Once again. Oh, it hasn't made contact yet because I have the wrong baud rate here. select the correct baud rate. And now it comes through here. Okay, so it just breaks off the serial monitor. Interesting. Anyway, I've got to wrap this video. So, short wrap up. This one works, but slows down via the gearbox. This one works only apparently when there's a serial reset via the USB port. Starting somehow via either minicom or the serial monitor. This is working. This this is working. And why the delays don't work or why it doesn't keep working is still mystery to me. Anyway, enough for this time and more for next time. Thanks for watching. If you like this video, please subscribe to my channel. Give the video a thumbs up. Leave a comment or suggestion. Much appreciated. You can follow me via Instagram and Twitter, and you may consider to make a little donation to support the blog. And you can also become a patron to have your name mentioned as a supporter. For more information, see under this video, website URL, Instagram and Twitter names, and how to donate. Thanks for watching. To be continued. Bye bye.